Hey yo, they tell me keep pushing. Leave them no more options, they can't say they ain't looking. Flood them with your music till they finally start booking. When they ask about us, we gon' say that we took it.
Welcome back, another outro. I done fucked up. I done messed up already.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
Outro.
I know. I do this every single time.
Good job.
Welcome back, another intro for the Elite Forge Lounge. This is episode 2 of our weekly podcast where we just talk about something and the conversation goes anywhere. It's all uncut and it's all unfiltered because honestly, I don't expect to get paid from this shit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It don't.
Nigga, tell them the real reason. You some real ass niggas around here. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you could be fake balling. It's cool.
You know, I got money. You know,
all the time.
Man, I'm balling on budgets all day. I don't know why y'all trying to lie to these folks.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm rich. So
Nah.
Man.
I ain't even try to lie to you. I ain't
These
even
ramen
try to lie
packets
to
over
you.
there telling
Don't
me
come
otherwise.
over here asking for
I'm
nothing.
just
I ain't
saying,
got nothing for you, bro.
I am an Amazon shopper. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, you can be as strong as you want, ma'am. I'm not stopping you. But don't come over here asking for no money. I ain't got nothing.
I don't ask for nothing like that.
Shit.
I want to talk
I
about you.
don't. I
I was
ask
talking
you
about- I
the
was talking
real
about
because
the
you my
fan
goddamn husband, though. You better run me a check.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the fan base.
No, I'm talking about that.
Well,
I love it already.
I'm
Virtual
sorry. You don't
ghost.
see this neck roll? I can do the snack, but I can do the neck roll.
I'm pretty sure everybody can hear the neck roll. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, unless the neck is popping, like while she's doing the neck rolls, you can't hear the neck rolls. You're right.
Nah, you can hear it. You can hear it in the voice, man. It's just the voice
Oh,
just tells
okay.
you that neck roll is there.
I
It's
got
just-
you.
Be like, don't be playing with me. Run me my money.
Right, so,
So,
let me give y'all a quick rundown of today's episode. We have Virtual Ghost, Shadow,
Hey,
Jasmine.
How you doing?
Pee
What up?
and we might have Silent Dragon join in
Hey, babe, come
if y'all remember him
grab
from
this.
last episode. So, just to start off this podcast, Georgia, Florida, and I can't remember the other state decided that they was gonna lift the little
Oh,
quarantine.
you want to
that we
wait?
in
Just put it out.
today.
Well,
What y'all
put it
feel
out
about
now.
that?
Hey,
Yeah, you
man.
can smoke now.
Some people just want to die early. I mean, they
I mean,
already said the zombie movies. They gotta go ahead and edit their takes because in all the zombie apocalypse movies, everybody is
It's
running
already-
telling people like, no, don't go outside, you're gonna die. They got that wrong. Next time they shoot a movie, they need to have the people out there begging to get eaten by zombies.
Right.
Because that sounds a
That
bit
is
more
very
accurate to how it is right now.
Very accurate. Very accurate.
You're not wrong. So
So
hey, I feel about it. I'm just like, hey, man, they want to like, who am I to tell somebody not to go, commit suicide? I
I'm-
mean,
I'm definitely not gonna tell you not to go outside. Do what you want.
Yeah.
by
I'm
all
gonna sit in the
means,
comfort of my house.
You are free to do as you please. If you want to go outside, high five your neighbor who just, wipe their ass, and you get something, that's your fault. Hey,
Darwinism is a thing, man. I guess it's just gonna make a second coming.
Hey, we just talked about this like 2 days ago, didn't we?
I don't know.
I feel like that same statement. Oh man, the homies is that's it. We just
Okay, it's time
only
for me to
D-Money
drink.
said that's it. Oh wow.
starting off
Well,
with-
bottle.
Oh,
What's up, man?
I didn't know it was like that.
oh my god.
I keep bringing up the
Oh,
empty bottle.
you joined right on time. He joined, and it's not even halfway or a quarter done yet. How are you,
Oh,
Dragon?
man.
Say what up to the people.
Like-
Oh man.
What's good?
It's not.
She said, "Time for me to drink." Oh shit.
All right, so this is just a callback to the earlier thing, man, about these feet. Okay, ugly feet, pretty feet, man. All right,
Oh,
so
man.
this is where I draw the line on feet. All right, so
Oh shit. Yeah.
You
we
should
gotta go
draw
back-
the
we
line
gotta
on
go back to
mine.
that.
Like, I don't
We
want
gotta
you to
go-
touch my motherfucking feet.
all right, so here's the thing.
My feet are hands, bro. Like, I could literally write in cursive with my feet.
I thought she was gonna say she was gonna pat, like she could really like literally knock someone out with them things, bro. Like,
Hey,
with the other way.
Yes.
Hey, Jazz,
I thought of
are
the
you on
hands
another
though, so it made
PlayStation,
sense.
Or are you on the same PlayStation using multiple
She's on-
profiles?
She's on the same one with me, just different profile.
So you can have, I could be there with my controller, you know, my headphones, and we could all be in a party
Yeah,
like that.
I mean that's a thing.
Yo.
Where the hell am I?
But yeah.
Oh shit.
Like the perfect
But yeah,
thing,
so
like,
here's where the thing is where I personally would draw the line at ugly feet or normal feet. So I'm
Mine
pretty
ain't
sure
goddamn normal.
you guys have all seen what I would call the brown pinky toenail.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You
I know
mean
what you're
black?
talking about.
Brown, black, whatever you.
That is
Whatever you wanna
definitely
call it,
a
really.
black toenail.
Whatever you
It's a
want to call it, bro.
That toe dead.
yeah, like
Basically.
like whenever like that toenail, that is where I draw the line at an
That
ugly
toe
toe.
got its own
Yeah,
glaucoma.
that's
What?
that ain't working.
So like you like everything short of that is a normal foot to me. So your pinky toe turn brown. Cause I remember being a kid, I look at my feet and be like, man, I hope my toenail never do that shit. It has not done it.
Oh.
I used to think I was like, hey, is this hereditary? Is it just something that's gonna happen? Or did somebody stub their toe really bad? It's like I didn't know what was causing this. Some people say it's a sign of diabetes. I was like, okay, it may be, you know, this, that, and the third. Shit's still ugly though. But
That's why he walked with his toes up in the air.
I mean, that's.
You gotta curl your toes back when you walking and stuff.
I'm sorry, that get me.
Hey, all right,
Good
so
thing he wears socks.
I mean, real talk. I walk, my toes do come up, so I roll my feet as I walk. So you know that roll from heel to the front. Yeah, that's a complete roll. But you know what I never done? I've never stubbed my pinky toe because that toe is always up. So if I bump into something, you know what it hits the bottom of my foot. Maybe the side of it, but my toes never getting fucked up from the top to
That's
side.
true.
Nope.
That's true. You got some
So-
facts on that one. That's
Scrape
facts on
up
that
the ball of his foot though.
Hey man, that's the ball of my foot, man. People go outside barefoot all the time and walk on glass for some reason I understand.
We ain't gonna talk about that. I trains like
I've
that.
stepped in glass by accident before, but bro,
See?
it's a horrible experience.
This is why I don't go
We're
outside
not gonna
barefoot.
talk. We're not gonna. No, it was by accident. That's the thing. So we're not gonna talk.
How you go outside barefoot by accident, bro?
I gotta hear
Look,
this.
I'm outside.
No, you
barefoot
don't go
right now.
outside barefoot by accident. You drop something in the house and break it, and
Oh,
you're
see-
trying to clean it up. Yeah,
I'm
like
country.
that's.
I'm
See, that's-
think you
see,
get it
that's
all, and then you
inside.
step on something. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you're talking about outside. I got you.
Yeah, man. I said people that go outside and be walking on concrete, dead, everything
Nah, bro,
just
you
outside
can't do
their
that
feet.
shit.
Mm-mm. I
Makes
can't.
your feet like curl up while you're talking about it. You know.
Yep.
Y'all got them soft feet.
Nah,
I got
bro, I
these
just don't
soft
like
feet
stuff in my feet.
standing out
I've
here.
had stuff in my feet. It sucks.
I mean, I wear socks.
Nigga, what?
I mean, I'm wearing
He
socks
said he
right
wears
now.
socks.
Yeah.
You
I mean, I'm
wear
wearing,
socks.
but why would you wear your socks outside? That's not.
Yeah.
Like that's not
Because
okay.
I usually wear sliders and I still don't like the way my feet look, so I'm wearing my
Nah,
socks
bro.
and sliders outside.
Your socks get dirty when you wear them outside. I don't
and
like
and
that.
that's what a
I hate
washing
that, I'm
machine was
sorry.
made for.
I hate that. I'm sorry. That
And-
that is
and-
like
Or go to
the one
Walmart
of
when
my
they got
biggest
deals on
pet
socks.
peeves, bro. I hate that.
When's the last time anybody has seen a good deal on socks at Walmart?
Me? Because I bought yours and I bought mine.
Oh shit.
For guys socks.
It was $5.95 for your pack of what, 10? It was more than that.
Shit, she had it on pack, bro. You didn't even
I
know it.
mean, the fact that she had all the evidence and the information.
You didn't even know it.
I probably still got the receipts though. I'm not gonna lie. 'cause I'm
Find
a
that
receipt-
receipt.
I'm a
Please,
receipt hoarder.
I need to see this myself.
Do you
Find
not?
that receipt.
Hey,
Find it.
that, my nigga.
I
Don't
need to
forget,
see
I
this.
keep your receipts.
Bang bang. I don't even keep my own receipts. That shit
I
gets
know you
that shit
don't.
gets balled up and thrown away instantly. So the fact that
Yeah.
you keep my receipts
No,
means something else.
No,
Yeah, that's easy.
you just leave that shit everywhere. And then I get points for it, so that's why I still got them. Because guess what? After a certain amount of time, I could just scan that bitch again and get some more points. How you think I be getting those Amazon gift cards?
Does that work that way?
Loophole.
Again, that's why I'm a receipt hoarder.
It's like I've never seen that happen, but I mean anything can happen. So
It's on that app Fetch.
Look, everybody, I'm gonna change.
oh, couponing now. Use that.
Y'all?
I got you.
And I been getting like hella fucking Amazon gift cards. The last one was like $100. So
Hey man,
You know?
but like they drop them. Like if you use it religiously, they drop them. Like straight up.
yeah, they dropped the scan receipts, but you could also scan it again, and they end up giving you another one.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else? Anybody else imagining like her having like a timer of alarm set on her phone to remind her when to scan receipts? As she goes in a big old file cabinet, receipts just go through the scan and get that loophole. Like, you know what? It's been 20 days. I can scan that receipt from July 10th, 2018 now.
So,
All
It
right.
still work, bro.
so the thing is,
Allegedly,
you never been on my side of
just
the
in
bed.
5-0 listening.
Inside that bag, right underneath the nightstand, have you? Cause that bag full of receipts for like the past year.
Man, that
Yeah.
side of the bed is practically not doesn't exist to me. I don't even look over there half the time.
That's because you're gonna find bottles of wine, a bottle of Crown,
Damn.
my VR headset,
Yeah, I was unaware
my
as well.
vibrator.
So don't be surprised.
Whoa, hold up. This is
I was
public.
unaware as well.
I
He said, "Pump the brakes." Hold on a
Stop,
second.
stop the needle, stop the record, pull it.
Yo.
He's like,
That's all my
I was not. I was. See. Hey, this is a beautiful video, man. Beautiful. I love it.
that's what happens once you get her on the chat, man. She just got no filter.
Hey, I
I
guarantee this is
know.
gonna be our most viewed episode too.
That's
I mean,
hilarious, though.
we got titties in the episode now, bro.
You're not wrong.
Actual titties. Let me not show you that.
But you're not wrong.
No, these are facts.
All right. Oh,
I was gonna
so
get mine redrawn and put on a t-shirt.
so would it be considered nude if they're yours but they're on a t-shirt? But like
No,
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 because they're gonna be
t-shirt.
drawn.
They're on a t-shirt.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're still gonna be mine, but they're gonna be drawn by somebody else.
they're just on a t-shirt.
Just
That's all.
slapped on a t-shirt.
That's a great way to get around that nudity loophole. It's like, indecent exposure? Nope. It's a t-shirt.
Be like, yes, you can see nipples, but they're drawn nipples.
So it's art.
my nipples that's on my shirt, but it's still drawn.
Wait, so I have a question. Wouldn't those technically be pasties though?
Nah,
Because
because they
you can
ain't
wear
sticky.
pasties. Because you can wear pasties on the outside of your shirt too, though.
Why you definitely making things difficult?
I don't think so. 'Cause they ain't sticky.
All right.
I'm sorry. We all
Look, I had
we all
to
kind
ask
of
a real-
pros like.
I had to ask a real
If
question,
it
but
ain't
also
sticky, I don't think it's a
let me-
pasty.
let me hit it. That's just this is a stoner question. That's why that one came up. that's funny though.
Allegedly,
I had to
he
think about it,
allegedly
though.
smokes. If the 5 was listening.
Allegedly.
Not my shy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man.
Oh, so funny thing, Jason Derulo lost a bet and had to cut off one of his eyebrows. And when this thing is over, I don't know if it's true or not, but the man's supposed to be having a tour. So how y'all feel about seeing him on stage with one eyebrow?
Hey, man.
That's his one eyebrow. I seen a bitch with no eyebrows.
Hey, man. You already know weave and wig technology is going so high. They're probably gonna have a fake eyebrow on that dude's forehead.
No,
Mhm.
you're not
They're
wrong.
gonna put a glue mesh and everything else and just like have it tacked there drawn on and like makeup to his eye. Nobody's gonna notice that thing ain't there.
You're not wrong. I thought it was
These are
funny because
facts,
I was
though.
like, bro, if I see a man on stage who didn't cut off one of his eyebrows and he trying to sing and serenade my woman and you only got one eyebrow, bro, you lost. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna flame you through your microphone on your stage. Like, just give it up.
Serenade your bitch and be like, hey, you see how smooth this eyebrow?
like, nigga,
Oh,
The
you
whole
see-
thing
you
is
see-
still funny. I haven't even seen the picture yet. That's the funny thing about the whole thing.
bro, it's not even pictures. This man got videos and posts
Oh.
trying to ask people how long it take to grow that eyebrow back.
He'll be alright. Oh, he could just draw it on like most bitches do.
He
Yeah,
tried.
See, that's
That was the video that
that's
he
the
posted
same
today.
thing I said.
He tried to draw it on. That man just can't draw.
When he fucked up, bitch.
I
He probably
mean-
tried to do it himself.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
But then when I said after that, I was like, okay, so if that's the case, then why don't he just have someone do it for him? He's rich.
Exactly.
My only
Because-
act for that or counter for that was just we're going through the pandemic right now, so he probably can't get somebody.
I
right
mean, but he
now.
really Okay, let me say this. If someone told you
I would have been like,
you
I
get
do.
$2 million, you get $2 million to come over here and draw my eyebrow on here good, and you think they ain't gonna jump on the damn plane?
As
I mean,
and
depends
some
how much-
clippers. Let's go.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's essentially all it is, man.
That's what it was.
I mean, doctors essentially got to go out there and take care of people they testing for less. So,
Right.
$2 million to draw on a eyebrow?
Hey, look,
Shit.
Jason. I can draw, dog. Hire me, dog. I'll draw your eyebrows on, and I'm coming over in my Darth Vader suit. Let's go.
Just get you a big ass button.
Not Darth
You'll be
Vader.
alright.
Right, you giving me $1 million, nigga? I'll stay in your guest room. You won't even see me.
He said,
Hell, I'll leave the house as it is anyway.
I really do want a bubble suit though.
I'm just
I'm
imagine.
just saying. I think the government should give out bubble suits to people.
"Oh yeah, most definitely." So I'm playing No Man's Sky, and like this game is really pretty though. It's really cool. I'm playing it after like
Just so we can stay on the same side, I'm gonna say, okay. Anybody got an unpopular opinion?
No Man's Sky is not good.
Did your mic just go out?
Oh, he just said it's
Cause
not.
I can't.
Yes, it is not good. No.
No,
Maybe that's really not a popular opinion.
But then again, I'm not a major fan of sandbox games, so
Somebody knocking the boots.
I mean, look. Any game like Skyrim doesn't really get me. Like I like them, but I can't play them forever.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, I think yes, technically, at the end of the day, once you beat the game, if you get an RPG, you get to the end where you're just running around doing stuff, you kind of effectively turning your RPG into a sandbox game. So,
yeah.
And that's basically what it is now. So you know, it's a pretty.
Cause I was like, I want to ask a question. So technically, after you complete the story the first time, and then they just reset you, do you beat it again and just keep beating it until something different happens, or do you just do what you want to do after the first time?
you talk about No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
I would assume so. Like,
Come on, don't roll, you little bitch.
I mean, technically, I don't mind. If I really like a game, man, me and all the JRPGs I play, I will play through the same story 17 times and not give a shit.
That was a good serious cough.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a very specific number, you know.
You said a specific number.
One of my
Like, that's a pretty
favorites.
specific number right there, bro.
it is specific.
I mean, it's 17. That's not even an even number, so you know, you got a point.
Hey,
You
man.
chose an odd
So
number.
wait, like, how do you know
Wait.
it? How do you know if that's the one if you didn't keep count though?
There's a trophy for Tales of Grace's F on PS3 that you have to get all the titles in it, and there's an in-game trophy that keeps track of how many playthroughs you've done. I was at playthrough 13 when I got all the titles for that platinum.
Jesus.
Well, not playthrough 13, playthrough 17. Sorry. But
I'm not. No comment. Dude,
I played that game and I loved every minute of it.
hey
man.
man, y'all can't make the joke that Shadow don't complete his games. We just gonna throw that out there.
I mean, do you complete your game?
Because even if he hated, he is still completed.
See,
That's true. I spent my money on it. I'm at least getting to the end of it.
Oh, yeah,
I'd be
most
like,
def.
fuck this
Most
shit.
def, man.
the only game that I hated and tried to complete was The Forest. So you know, we're gonna leave that there.
But you told me the story about that.
Fuck that game. Pee-wee, you got a
said
similar
it was
opinion about it? Alright,
Message.
continue moving.
So, this is a have any of you guys ever got one of those slush puppy things that or those frozen slushy things that I can't describe? They're slush puppies, the icy little frozen slushies. You kind of like gotta buy them and like crush them up yourself.
Like you buy them from like the corner store and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had those. Before.
I'm trying to crush up one of those right now, and my hands were freezing.
Like, are you doing it with your hand?
Yeah, I'm doing it by hand, man. Like feel this. I got this thing all nice and
I wanna
smooth.
feel it. I am naked. I don't want to feel that shit. Because I am.
Shadow, you gonna explain?
I mean, she's a nudist, man.
I am. I like to breathe. Let the titties.
That's why, like, don't come to my spot unannounced, cause, like, cause you liable to see a lot of kilowatt.
Titties.
Yo.
It's so casual. So casual with it though.
I mean, it's natural. It's human anatomy.
Right.
They can't get banned for saying it. I mean,
Mhm.
Not at all.
I mean,
Not at all.
well, she can't get banned for saying it because she's a girl. So yeah.
I tell you what you can get banned for:
Damn.
what's that?
God damn it.
pedophilia.
Nah, that's just
Oh,
wrong.
speaking of that, aren't there some people trying to say that that's a mental disorder, a part of the LGBTQ thing?
No, what? Get the
Pedophilia?
fuck out of here.
I swear I heard. I swear
They
like
I heard about
last
that,
year,
like,
people
years
started
ago.
trying
I
to
was
talk
like,
about that,
man,
trying to say like it's a
hell
thing just like being gay or this
no,
and the third. Like,
no, it is not.
No, what the hell is not? Don't nobody just be born and be like, hey, I want to touch on little kids when I get older. Like, nigga, what the fuck? No, shut the hell up. You just weird, dog.
Yeah, they was trying to make that a thing.
but the thing, but the argument was that when you're a kid and you look over, you see like the little girl you had a crush on when you was 4 years old. You get older, and it's like your brain doesn't mature with you. You always still be crushing on that little kid that you had a crush on, a little Susie.
And that's
So
a mental
that
issue.
was that was their thing.
Right. Okay.
I'm
so,
sorry.
so
That's
if that was
amazing.
the
But if my
thing,
homie-
then like, as a gay person, you're basically like being gay is a mental thing. Fucked
we
up.
ain't had none of that.
Yeah, you cut up real bad during that one.
Oh shit.
Well, we heard that one.
My bad. Is it any better now?
Nope.
Not really.
No. Still.
Your voice
Still just
clear.
cutting up.
I'll chop
No.
that. Hold on.
Any better? No.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You getting somewhere?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sound like those
No, what-
birds
Hey, yeah.
What I was saying was, you know, if pedophiles was actually making the argument that like, you know, they're part of that whole little things with the gays and lesbians and such, and like the mental case being their case, it's like saying gay people are gay because it's a mental thing and not just, you know.
Well, the thing they
That's an
started trying to
interesting
say that
perspective on
they
it.
started saying that it's not their choice. They started saying that like they're
But the
born
thing
that
is,
way.
that's more of a consenting thing. A child, no child knows that that's wrong until they're, you know, educated. And even innately, children do know that that does not feel right. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, come on now,
Yep.
come on.
Yeah,
now.
absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
even as adults, we still get weird feelings.
Right. Come on now, bro. Y'all know that does not feel right for those children. That's not what that is.
I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but I'm like, most of my homies are black. I got some white homies, but never has my homie came up to me. It was like, damn, they look like little Sierra from elementary school, dog. I kind of want to get at that. I'm like,
Right.
if you
that's
said
weird,
that to me,
bro.
dog, I'm slapping the
It's
shit
like,
out
bro,
of you.
you can't hang out with me, bro. You
I'm doing what I call the Pee Wee
Okay, all right. So look, okay, so now us on this topic, this subject, and us also being anime fans, do we have much room to actually like talk? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's animated.
Nah, okay. Animated is one thing, I get that, but it's still like this is supposed to be a 13, 14, maybe 15-year-old girl, basically teenage girls and teenage boys or whatever. Most of the animes we watch are teenagers, but they built like 18
women.
plus,
They
bro.
built like women. You just say it. They just built like
I mean,
full-grown women.
Yeah, I mean they built like full-grown women. So
And that's even like I feel like you have to know the difference between that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
You have to know. Come on now.
and then at the same time, it's a narrative telling a story, and it's a fictional thing anyway. So
Right.
if it's just like that on the thing, the protagonist is there, he's going through all of that. You watch these shows to see him play it out, see him play out. If he's there dealing with the awkwardness of being in high school, and then he trips and goes to the girls' bathroom. I mean, personally, I've never made that mistake. I don't know if anybody has. Like accidentally going into like the girls' locker room. Like I don't know how you can accidentally do that. So I'm pretty sure.
No, I
It's
accidentally went up into
definitely
the
labeled,
dudes' washroom though.
Look, man, you trip over this animated cat that was just sitting there minding their business, and you roll, halfway down the hallway to the next hallway. You fall on the skateboard, and then you just somehow end up in there, dog. You have no
okay,
control
all
over
right.
that.
So,
That's how it happens, bro.
okay, so
That's how it happens.
with that being said, let's give ourselves a more specific target to break down. My Hero. We'll say My Hero as in
Oh yeah, that's a really good one to bring up though, because like
I'm gonna shut my mouth. on
even
this.
even My Hero falls into that trap where their teenagers are built like they're fully grown.
right.
You
And
seen the abs on Bakugo, cuz?
So
What?
So I agree with you that I would comment about the students of UA. You know what I'm saying? I would agree with that comment. But then like you look at, let's say, Mount Lady. Or,
yeah, you look at the adults and it's like, okay,
It was a
You know,
fucking thing.
there is still is between like the way they
they're
drew their
different.
body.
Yeah, you can tell that like the teenagers are still growing as like humans. You know what I'm saying? They're not even
Right.
fully grown.
I'm gonna just put this
And
out
that
there.
should be your distinctive thing in reality. Like biologically, children are not ready. Like their bodies are not ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just put it.
You
Yeah,
can't put them through that. That's trauma.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, and I'm gonna
Physical, mental, emotional.
Yeah, it's trauma. Their mind cannot handle that yet.
I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out there and expose myself. Nedgery has been my wallpaper for like the last 2 months.
Hey man, like what you like, man. I'm a man of culture as well.
I already got it.
Because at the end of the day, if it's in an anime, and the thing is it's animated, it's out there, it's their fan service.
Right. No, I mean, my
the
thing
age-
is,
I'm not gonna say it like this. Like the age of the characters in most of the anime is not the focal point.
right.
Like it's literally their age is probably there just if they try to make it
Just
sound like,
to-
oh yeah, they're in high school, so they have to be this age or they're this. But that's
Right.
generally not the focal point. They say happy birthday, but nowhere in most of the animes do they ever really say do the whole thing.
How old
I'm
somebody
this,
is.
you're old. Like their ages are assumed. The only time ages become a thing is when people try to understand the lore, and then the writer has to be like, yeah, they're in this age. Because look at animated to mention again of this
Hold up.
to break it.
Let me just put one. I think the only anime that actually mentions their age is Black Clover. Black Clover is the only anime where I heard everybody basically
does.
mention their age.
That is the only one that ever really brought it up, but it's because their story is based around them being orphans at the same time together, so it's really
Yeah.
relevant. You know, that's why it's mentioned there, but probably not gonna be mentioned somewhere like in My Hero, because the story is not about. The story is about Bakugo and Midoriya. But it's not about them. They weren't orphans. You know, they were just childhood friends. So the significance of their age, is not as important on this one.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
Important things might have happened when both
Were they really friends?
You know,
or was
and
Deku
Asta-
just a fanboy for Bakugo?
I mean,
Deku was a fanboy, but Deku was cool. He was trying to be his friend. So Bakugo was kind of just a jerk.
Yeah,
I
was
still
about to
like
say.
him.
so-
But he's just a jerk, bro. But
I
like
also
I saying, you know, their stories have specific things happening around their age or when they were born. That's why that's significant.
what you about to say though, Pee-wee?
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I think it also a big factor into it is the animation style.
Right.
Anime.
Okay.
You got like
Speaking of
Naruto.
animation style,
Oh, yes. Okay, actually, I agree with you, Pee Wee. Because prison school is about a high
Oh,
school,
man.
but all the women are. Bruh, I'm not, man. I'm just be
bruh, prison school,
I'm
bruh.
loving this
But
conversation. This is great.
the other one that I was gonna throw out there just to throw y'all off of the loop. Any of y'all
Okay.
seen Air Gear?
Of
I think I've seen Air
Of
Gear before.
course.
I think I've seen it before. Where are these
Oh,
enemies
hold
coming
on, wait,
from?
don't
Why
do
are
that,
these
because
people
I got
the
a
thing
crush
is-
from that show. The Pink
But the thing is, Air Gear, all the main cast characters, middle schoolers,
Huh?
Nah,
not
And
even
they don't
high
look
school.
like don't
Iki
even
is,
look
I think, 12 or 13. Like,
No.
that's weird, bro.
No.
dude,
Like these
look,
little
look
kids,
it up.
bro.
Look it
I
up.
don't
Air
like
Gear,
it.
the entire
I
main
don't
cast
like
of
it,
Air
bro.
Gear are middle schoolers. I looked it up like about like 6 years ago because Air Gear is my shit, man. Like Chains back on, like the actual people that wrote the song for the opening, bruh.
Yeah.
I got back into inline skating because of Air Gear, but that's not the fact. That's not the point. The point is, the main cast of Air Gear, I'm pretty sure they're like middle school age or even elementary school age. They're younger. They're not even high school. Whatever they are, they're not even in high school.
Bro.
But you see Iki, and he's like 6'9".
Bro, because I used to like, what was her name? Was it Simka? Was that the girl with the, that was supposed to be like the butterfly or something like that? Or
Yeah.
yeah, okay, hold up.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
15?
15. It's crazy.
Bruh. See?
That's crazy. Okay, so
I
since
could
we
have sworn
just
this
don't-
nigga was like 18 or 17, dog, at the least.
All right. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna change it up on this one. Okay, so
Yeah.
who all has watched Hunter x Hunter? Like completely all the way through.
I've
I've got-
I'm on the last part of the Chimera, and I gotta watch the last part, and then I'll be
So
on
you
the-
haven't finished it up. Okay.
watched
Well,
one of my favorites, though.
okay, no, it's fine. I just have to ask you a question then, if that's the case. Has the Chimera Ant King appeared yet?
Yeah.
Miriam.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has a very interesting character as a whole.
Yes.
So he comes out with no sense of morality, but over his character arc throughout that entire arc period, he develops a sense of morality and ultimately is kind of the hero of his own story because Gon was on a revenge path during this whole thing. So when you take a deep dive into like how they write their villains, what do you think makes a good villain? Because that is actually, I believe that it's one of the best villains I've ever seen, if not the best villain.
What makes a good villain to me is somebody who I can relate with, and then they start making these very valid points to make the hero question if what they doing is really right.
Right. So
Yep.
give me an example of that, though.
Example of a good hero?
Well, Thanos is a great. Thanos is a good example,
I was about
but
to say, they
I
put up
also
on the nigga
think
while he was
Thanos
cooking
is
eggs and bacon.
Thanos is also played up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to hear something
He had
different.
a whole ass garden though.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh, that's a tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like I
Okay,
want to hit you with something different.
so how about this? How about a
Tales
different
of
question?
Berseria?
Okay.
I was gonna say I got a different
I
question.
haven't
for
played
you.
that one yet. But I do know of the Tales series, and I love it. So,
Here we go.
okay.
Like Artorias from Tales of Berseria and Gaius from Tales of Berseria. Those are to me are two pretty good villains.
So-
So describe them to me.
Well, I'll let Pee Wee go over fast.
No, I mean I was just gonna say you know, you ask what makes a good villain, but I mean, what makes a villain? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know
What is?
that's kind of a topic of thing. Like, that's kind of the main
Yeah.
thing that they're toying with in My Hero. But I
Yeah,
mean, like,
that's a fun
what really is considered a hero or a villain?
or a
'Cause,
villain.
like,
Yeah.
Because, like,
You know what I
honestly,
mean? Like,
Stain to me didn't seem like a villain.
No, but Stain
Stain isn't a villain.
Stain,
But you know, they kind of categorized him as one just because they was like, oh, he killed people, so he's a villain.
Yeah, I mean,
No, it's like, I feel like the way we determine, like, in society, the way we determine, like, who's a hero and who's a villain is just, like, have power and resources and the means to do things that, like, really nobody else can.
man.
Yeah, 'cause-
And people doing what you do with that, it's how they determine, you know, whether you're a villain or a hero.
yeah, and for me, the villain that I liked a lot was Kid Buu, and he had no morality or anything. I like the villains that just come in and just start beating people to sleep. I like that.
You
And
like the
then-
old school. You like
Yeah,
the old school.
and I'm like, but when I say is he a good villain, I'm like, not really, because
No,
let's think
but
about
that-
what his purpose was.
Right.
He just wanted to kill people. I love that, but he wasn't a good villain
what-
by any means.
So, let me clarify. I am asking what a good villain is at this point, but I do also want the question of what makes a character a villain answered, because that's a really good question.
Yeah, so, like,
I think
Kid
the
Buu? Kid Buu is a villain. Frieza is a villain. Like, the sole purpose, like,
You're
Frieza
breaking
just
up. on
slain an
us.
entire race.
There you go. I think
Oh,
I think it's
again?
better.
nah,
Yeah.
for on my side, you were doing pretty good.
Sole purpose of saving an entire race. Species, I'm sorry. And at the whim, just wipe them off. That's villain shit. There was nothing to provoke you or, you know what I'm saying, influence that decision. You just woke up, started breathing air, and was like, you know what, fuck this.
That's it.
I hate niggas.
Kid Buu, pure manifestation of, like, evil. He had no, like,
Consciousness.
intelligence to was all to just, like, destroy it. That's a
Right.
villain.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude just woke up one morning and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go
actual
start destroying some
is-
planets. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
the
feel like
actual
that
being
may
is
be the
just
thing.
destruction.
Because as far as like storyteller goes, like I feel like a lot of times they'll say like they're the villain, but I think they're in actuality, and I'll change that. Artorias and Gaius are the two people I said I don't think they're villains anymore because technically they're not. Because antagonist and villain is sometimes synonymous, and it kind of
Right.
mix them up.
And it doesn't necessarily make the
So,
antagonist an actual villain.
Yeah.
It's the
So,
antagonist.
in my personal opinion, I do feel like antagonists make the best villains in most storytelling things because generally, an antagonist, they are people that drive the hero to actually end up becoming more heroic or pushing them forward. So, I do feel like antagonists make the best one.
I do
They are make
agree.
the best
I agree with
villains,
that. I agree.
and that's because they generally, you can as you get to know them, you start to kind of understand the reasons of why that person started doing that. It's kind of like when how people say they don't want to how people say about the Joker movie, and they said I don't want to go and start to feel sorry for a mass murder or this, that, and the third. And it's like, I mean,
You know,
technically,
Just bringing it into perspective
I
for
was
you
literally
to
about to say
understand that
something about
character.
the Joker probably being one of my favorite because I was like, he make people question their moralities, especially
Right.
Batman.
That whole scenario brings it into perspective for you now. So what makes someone snap?
Yeah, because he
That's what that
basically
movie
told
was about.
Batman, he was like, so you try to trap people who's going above the law to do bad things, but you're going above the law to do, you know,
I think most of the heroes are bad anyway.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They could be considered.
They're one
villains, too.
bad day away from
That's fair. That's
crossing
fair.
the line.
Superman,
That's
Injustice, let's talk about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, man.
They literally
let's
go
hit it
over
up.
and beyond and don't do the so-called right thing to try and be right
Yep.
by doing it themselves.
Right.
Like,
Like, you know, if you do the
you're
exact
doing
same thing,
exactly-
yeah.
You're called a hypocrite.
Yep.
Let's be honest about it.
So that's why it's like I feel, but that's the thing. Like usually, I think the best villains are the ones that you can kind of
That's all I like Deadpool.
see the sides of them because if I want that person to, if you get to the point where you just
Let's go
see
smack
Kid Buu and Frieza are good villains because at the end of the day, when they get killed or when they die, everybody's just all together cheering like, yeah, that person's dead. But it's the characters that are like antagonists where people start to kind of understand the reasons of why they died. That's why a lot of times when they have these shows where they have antagonists and not necessarily villains, even if you kill that person, you end up having to deal with people that also agree with their morality and people that like were galvanized behind them. So at that point where killing them doesn't really stop anything, it just perpetuates it. So I feel like, I mean, it's another thing that, you know, history is just is written by the people who won, so who knows, everything we think is right may have just been from the people who killed millions of other people, which we already know was the case.
All a game of perspectives, really. I see it. I like it. That was a
play Mario Kart online and beat some little kids' ass. I'm all about whooping little kids' ass.
Man, fuck them kids.
And then play some Mario Kart.
That was really good.
And beat some little kids' ass.
I thought we were supposed to love the kid.
Nah, man, kids are evil nowadays, man.
You right.
Kids are mean, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, man.
Okay, they gonna cry to their mama when I get done with them.
Oh,
What up?
like that.
Yeah.
Straight like
Either that or just gonna send you hate mail with racial slurs and stuff just because that's everything you know.
I'm petty. Try me.
Hey, man.
I wait for that. I
don't
wait for
give
that
a fuck
stuff.
about no little kid trying to send me no hate mail.
You gonna
Hopefully
push the
your
little
ass know
kid
how to
over?
spell.
You gonna push the little kid over?
Nah, man.
I would.
I just
would.
report them. I be reporting them. I was like, you know what? You gonna
Hey,
send me
my
some hate
kids.
mail?
Hey,
Good.
guess what? I'm gonna push my kids over too. I'm sorry. Why you acting like that? Cut that shit
I
out.
was about to say,
I would have just
look,
told them
man.
I could find you and then send them their own address because the bitch crazy.
Oh, okay. And tell your mama, I want you to. Do it, boo boo, please.
Oh my god.
Tell your mama I slapped you. Go ahead. I slap her ass too.
Because I could find anybody.
Long titty, no nipple having bitch better mind her motherfucking business.
That's why whenever all her boyfriends blow into a pussy and make wind flapping noises.
Oh my
What does that
god.
even sound like? What does that even sound like?
Don't ask me, dog.
He said wind flapping noises, man. You ever put a shirt out and like a fan just heard it fluttering in the air because wind is blowing in it?
That basically.
Yeah.
Yo, that sound effect was beautiful.
It was great. It was
I
great.
feel like I need to get drunker to play this though.
Post up, Mo. You off tomorrow?
I am.
Who?
I'm
I mean,
just
look,
saying, I play
who going to
way
work?
better
It ain't me.
Going to work.
Doug Sarah? Oh, Sarah.
Ain't me.
Awesome pillow.
Who do I want to be?
I love to say,
but
I
yeah.
can't say that I'm going to work. I'm off on week.
I told that. That's my bitch.
But yeah.
Everything say. Everything
Alright.
say.
Well, let's see. What time is it?
Look at my little cute ass. Little
I need to
cute
eat,
ass.
so I'm gonna
Is it
catch
the
you
song
guys.
for you good?
All right.
All right, man.
Give a
Virtual.
closing statement, dog.
Hey, stay inside and stay safe, people.
Well,
And don't inject yourself, please.
Yeah, please
We
don't.
know not to inject yourselves. Come on now. With anything.
You heard it from the man
Anything.
himself.
I ain't never played online.
All right, catch you guys.
Later.
Bye.
But yeah. I was talking about that earlier today too. He said people injecting them. He was like, you should inject them. I said, you know what? When I was a kid, people used to say, you know what? If you inject bleach into your
don't
bloodstream,
touch me,
it can kill AIDS.
Yeah. What?
And it's like people like I remember people saying that when I was younger. I was like, yeah, but it'll kill you as well too. Hey, AIDS be dead.
Right.
I was like, okay. Okay, burn down the house, kill a spider, huh? Okay, cool.
Damn.
Hey, sometimes okay about the spider. That might just be necessary.
You ass white.
Because I'm sorry, if I see a spider, that spider look a little vicious. I don't know where he went, bro. It's time to move.
Yep.
These hoes on me.
I remember I made the mistake of saying I'm moving to Australia. They was like, there's more spiders in Australia than any other place. I was like,
That's why
I'm moving to Antarctica. Watch me.
oh my gosh, I almost said something horrible. Sorry about that, y'all. In Australia.
Bam, bitch.
Gosh. You said that there's more spiders in Australia than there is anywhere else, and the wildfires that was in Australia.
Yeah.
Somebody living in Australia had the bright idea that I'm getting rid of all these spiders one way or another, and they struck a match, and it just.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
Yep.
Wow.
Nah, this motherfucker hit me with his shit.
Is that really what happened?
I mean, I don't think that was happening. I think it's just natural natural occurrences, or it got too hot, too dry, and just like a lot of bad things culminated with a wildfire happening and just spreading all throughout Australia, which is pretty horrible. But just for the meme of it, somebody out there was getting fucked up by one of those huntsman spiders and was like, nah, fuck this.
Couldn't be me.
They got me on the last lap.
Bro, so I'm gonna just let y'all know I'm playing Need for Speed right now, and I done got to level 5 heat, and I just found out what a rhino is. I don't like this game.
I'm sorry. That's fucking hilarious.
Y'all ain't gonna bust me. A rhino ain't coming.
Dang, little bitch. That's what you get for tossing that motherfucking shell at me, ho.
See, the mess up part, those rhinos, I found out as well the hard way what a rhino was too, and I was mad as fuck, because you just see that thing like, rhino incoming, what the fuck is this? And the next thing you know, you look up and you just see the thing coming at you, and because I'm used to just running into the police officers, kind of like to pre-hit them to crash them before they can join the race, or join the chase, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to fuck you up, but that rhino was like, no, I'm fucking you up.
Bro, I was going like 160, he put me at a complete stop. Head on, I was like, ooh, bruh, I don't think I like him.
that rhino came through. Oh my gosh, bro, it's gonna be horrible. This gonna be just like that episode of that little scene from Konosuba when the dude was about to, when he was mentally scarred again. He thought it was a girl, and next thing he's like, hey, what is there something? Why does it feel like there's something pressing into my butt? And she was like, well, it was like it's because there is. No. So yeah.
Was it a dick?
Yeah, it was definitely a dick.
Yeah, I mean, can't deny.
I'm sorry, I just came in on the part of something pressing up on my back, but. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how that rhino was. You thought, oh yeah, I'm about to fuck this police car up, and you about to running into it, and then it comes out of the shadows because Need for Speed doesn't render far enough for you to identify it until it's too late.
It's so cold.
So it renders just in time for you to realize, wait, that's not a fucking whoa. Oh nope, dead.
Pace yourself, bitch. We got this.
And
see, I am encouraging.
Oh,
you motherfucker! I'm after your ass.
she fighting the kids, but have any of y'all heard about the streamer lady? What is her name? Invader V and her little rant about subscribing on Twitch. Y'all hear about that?
Nope. Why? What's happening with it?
All right, so basically, she got the people popping off, and she said that if you don't subscribe to her, or if you don't have the money to subscribe to her, you basically are irresponsible, and you don't know how to spend your money if you don't spend it on her. Watch her stream.
Clearly, she ain't showing enough tits. That's her fault.
Honestly, she
if she do, that mean her titties ugly. Nobody want those nasty titties.
See, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, we going. Okay, unpopular opinion. If any of her white knights come into this video and start commenting, I'm letting you know I'm gonna flame all of y'all on site. Let's be real. All right. Anyway, she's not that good looking to me. She is really not that good looking to me. If we want to be honest about the situation, she on the scale 1 through 10, I give her probably a 6. She don't have titties. She ain't got no thick thighs or nothing. She wears thigh highs.
She don't got no titties.
But what she from word, what she said, if I can get this right, I might mess up, so don't be mad at me if y'all hear this. She was basically saying, she was like, anybody should have $5 to subscribe, and she was like,
Not for no titty hoes.
and she was basically like, she was saying if you don't subscribe or if you don't have $10, that means that you shouldn't be watching Twitch. You need to be making money to give to her for content that you like. And I was like, wow, just say it like that. Cool. And then after that, somebody even put in the comments of her video and was like, you know, for this time right now that we're going through, I don't have a job. I got laid off due to the pandemic. You know what she said?
She sucked dick.
You can't change my mind on this. And I mean,
I'm
if,
surprised.
2020,
I'm
she ain't
surprised she
sucking
didn't
no
hit
dick
it.
for no money.
hey man, she might as well create an OnlyFans if she just want everybody. Oh, that was another thing that she did. She said that if you subscribe to her, she looks you up on Google. Like she said, most of the people that she look up that subscribe to her are like engineers and stuff, so she kind of know where her audience is, and she look up everybody that follow her. And I was like,
And
man,
she
you
still
a creep,
begging
yo.
for money.
Exactly. I'm like, you got engineers
Oh, wait.
following you, so I know they ain't giving you no $5 tier 1 donation or a subscribe. I know they over there doing the 3, because I'm like, engineers get paid.
I mean, they. I'm not gonna lie, man. As a guy who has a few friends of the engineer spectrum who are also happen to be single, they are definitely pretty free with their money. So if a chick is selling a selection of titties or viewage for like what they would say is $20,
Clearly, she don't got no right manager.
Honestly.
I'm sorry.
But
Cause I was like, I got this Korean bitch, so many people on her Twitch. I still got her too. We good.
help
I
each
used
other
to
out.
be a pimp. I know how to pimp these hoes.
Hey, and I'm a hoe. Help me out.
It was a joke.
But
I hope y'all find this video.
she gonna be like, so you was pimping me. Hey, let's be
Hey,
honest.
She kept 100% of everything she got. I just gave her more views, and I linked her so many times, and everything that I seen, did, whatever that I thought would get her views. So I did.
Look, be like, look, I was Kobe at halftime. I passed you the ball for one good time, and the people saw what you could do.
Exactly. You won't need me no more.
But my thing is, so apparently she gets money because she has quite a few subscribers. So I'm like, how much is too much? Like, if you got enough to pay your bills, and I'm sure you do something on the side for, you know, extra money. If you got enough to pay your bills, do you, like, is that, like, wouldn't that be enough? And I mean, and if you're not streaming because you like it, then why are you streaming at all, to be honest?
Cause
Wait, question. Is she good at video games? When she do stream, is she good at what she stream at?
Don't play video games. You just chatting.
yeah, that's the thing.
In that case, she ain't a real streamer. You might as well just get yourself a blog on fucking YouTube.
I mean, Twitch has already gone through and redone their platforms and to accept that they're not just a video game streaming site; they are a
I'm
content
sorry. You give
streaming
them
site.
boring hoes with no titties platforms to do shit. And give them money. Like, have them get subscribers for what? You ain't doing nothing.
That's because,
I don't want to see you not doing anything.
I like how
That's
she keeps
because-
hammering the fact that this woman ain't got no titties.
that's because you go in there. If I were to go through and pull up Twitch on my phone and be looking at Twitch out in public, it don't have a negative stigma. If I were to be looking up Chatterbait, I think that's one, or a cam girl site, or this one, if I would pull that on my phone out in public, people gonna be looking at my phone like, look at that cam girls, oh my god. But if it's a Twitch, it's not as negative anymore.
In that case, she needs to switch to Cam. I'm just saying, they make a little bit more money, don't they?
I think so. I think just
I
because
said a
you're
little
on, if you own the site and the website contact you and be like, we'll pay you just because you are.
I'm just
attractive.
saying, not strippers. Yeah, some strippers.
I feel
and
like they
porn
don't.
stars giving up their job to be cam models. Like, shit, some of them you could just show your feet and still get like a band. So
I know
And
some
that's the
stripper
thing.
friends who got a OnlyFans and they own boss and they getting money like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like
why
they
she just can't do
actively.
that?
I feel like they actively get more money on Twitch than they probably would on Cam, because if you think about it, Twitch, I mean, I'd say this and everybody knows that they're catching the attention of all the little kids and stuff that are there trying to find it, because it's on Twitch and you can be found by not just adults that are 18 plus, but also younger kids. At Twitch, you also, on that platform, get paid with ad revenue from people that's just for your view count, not necessarily with people donating or subscribing. That just gives you more additional.
Got ads
Hmm?
too. On campsites, they still got ads too.
Okay, but you still get to a larger public of viewers.
Oh,
And
so
bec-
you ain't gonna ask me how do I know this?
oh.
Clearly, you go on cam sites.
He was like, we was gonna talk about this all
I mean-
video.
I mean, if you know something about something, that means you go there or you looked it up, which means if you know they got ads on campsites, you must have been to a campsite to know that ads are there and how they make money.
Yeah, that's mainly because I was looking into cam modeling myself. Like shit, a bitch need to make some extra money.
You see?
I mean, hey, do what you
Come on
gotta
now.
do.
She said she's gonna be a stripper in the past too, so it's not surprising.
I seen one bitch just showing her hands and she got over what
Oh, I got
$1,000
a question
in
for
just
you.
that one video.
I want to flip this right quick because I remember we had a conversation about this off camera. All right, let me ask you. So, if a girl was only like she did OnlyFans and she did, you know, basically the little sexual work and whatnot, do you think like I'm trying to put this. Okay, let me just flip it the way I was gonna ask you. Let's say that Shadow is over here showing his dick print on OnlyFans for some money. Would you mind, or
The thing is, if we had a conversation about it beforehand, I'm cool. If I said it was cool, I'm cool. Cause we talked about stripping and we talked about me cam modeling. So yeah, he just feel like I should be doing that. Cause he was like, you would get everybody, you good.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm like, as long as we talk about it and like with the same, you know, mindset and expectations, I think we good.
okay? I can't be mad.
And then if it's another woman, go ahead, get your money how you want to get your money.
Mm-hmm.
If you're married, hopefully you talked about it with your husband. Cause I don't want to see that end up in a divorce. But go get your money how you need to.
Okay, I feel it. I respect that. Cause I think the question that I proposed to the guys, I was like, if your girl was doing OnlyFans, could you be with her still, or you can't be with a girl who been, putting some toys on herself?
See, the
For the
difference is
people.
there has to be a. If you're gonna do OnlyFans, and it's gonna be the thing. This is what I say. If you're gonna do XYZ to make money or show this, that, and the third off, that means that you have to do XYZ plus parentheses hyphen everything else extra to make me to just at least make me feel or in general make a guy feel like there's still something that's only for him. If you're doing the same shit for him that you've been doing in OnlyFans, or if you send him some nudes and he go to your OnlyFans and see the same nude that you just sent to him on your OnlyFans, then yeah, that wasn't for him at that point. Now he's like, okay, so that was just out there for the gram. Cool. So it's like you got, as a guy, generally, I mean, like you gotta make your money. If you're gonna do this, shit, if you showing your ass and twerking on OnlyFans, you better be showing that ass and twerking in the handstand for me.
Yeah, but even still, like if he gets the video and then he goes to OnlyFans, trying to check it out and see it was made for everybody. Isn't it still too late though? Because I mean, he already paid. Because you gotta pay before you can see anything on their OnlyFans.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if you married to the chick, you just throwing money at it. I mean, it's coming back to y'all anyway. So,
I mean, baby, I thought you said this video was just for me. Well, it was such a good video, I had to upload it.
No,
I got
that's
tips.
why you talk about it beforehand, because that ends in hurt, divorce, and somebody dead.
Mm-hmm. Bullets fly real fast, man.
Oh, I don't need no bullets.
Okay. Allegedly, she allegedly don't need bullets. Allegedly.
See, if I come up missing, y'all know what happened.
Hey,
Carol
bro.
Baskin.
I'm gonna be at your funeral, dog. I'm gonna be
Let
at
me
your
hit a
funeral.
banana.
So let me ask you, Pee Wee, could you?
Carol Baskin.
Is this man still here?
He disappeared.
He really did. That man vanished. But I mean, personally, I guess I can see if we had a conversation about it. Cause I'm like, if you doing the full get down and you know you out here just sexing it all the way up, I can't do it. And I'm like, if you out here lewding it up, you know, just lewds, I'm cool. Cause I'm like, maybe they can only see one nipple. They can't see both nipples in the pie. Like if they seeing both nipples, I'm gonna be a little salty, but I get over it. But if they see the pie too, nah, like somebody gonna have to. I'm gonna stuff you in the trunk.
That's why you gotta have a plan. Gotta talk. Communication.
Yeah, I think I might suck at
Oh, you
communication.
son of a ink bitch.
But I'm like, they could talk to me and I'd be like, cool, and then they'd be like, what's your opinion? I mean, in order for this household to stay happy, it depends on you. So if you're happy, I'm cool. My dad said, long as happy wife, happy life. That's what I heard.
Yep, that's what Darrell always say.
Yep.
Hey, it
That's
worked
cuz,
out.
man.
And I also say that it's both ways. I'm sorry, it is.
I mean, true. Cause you never know, your man might just, you never know if he ain't really happy and he that type of dude.
Exactly.
The man might start scouting for something else.
Other bitches. You don't got time for your shit.
Yeah, and I seen like a lot of wives that treat their dude bad and then they be super shocked when he's like,
Gone.
yeah, he left me. I'm like, what was you bringing to the table? I mean, I knew how to make some pizza rolls.
Goddamn. But now,
Ah man, sorry, I laughed all of it because it always those things that you say like, you left me for that? That bitch not even that cute, because you know
cause she got good
niggas,
head game.
yeah. Like all the times whenever the dudes are cheat, man, they always go to ugly bitch because it's like, yeah, because you didn't suck dick.
No, they go to the ugly ones because for an ugly girl to keep a dude, she gotta be A1 in her position. So she knows what she gotta do to keep him around, cause she gotta work for it. Cute girls, they ain't really gotta work for it. They just gotta sit there, lay down, and look cute.
Yeah, mess around and be
That's
messing.
called boring sex.
Be able to wonder why the dude don't stay hard halfway through, or he just bust fast and be like, alright, I'm good, I'm about to go just play Xbox some more.
Right. That man then had a plan to he was like, okay, I gotta make this last real quick, you know, because if we go over 3 minutes, I'm probably not gonna be turned on no more. So this man then played out the whole scene in his head, and then when he get in there, he working for himself.
Yep.
And that's why a lot
3
of
minutes
cute girls
in,
be
you
like,
realize that
"Ain't
she's
no
not
dude
moving no
satisfy
more.
me."
It's like, god damn it.
I'm like, hey girl,
Like,
you gotta
are you trying to get satisfied? Are you doing anything else?
right?
If you just laying there just getting fucked,
Yeah. Like,
he can go and imagine that his hand is a pussy and get a nut off.
Right, all he need is lotion, maybe.
Flashlights.
Flashlights are a thing.
I have never used one. I had a homie that
Right now,
that said that he.
Adam and Eve, they kind of cheap.
I don't know if I want to buy one at this time. I'm sorry, I just can't see myself using it. It's gonna look real weird. Like, what if somebody walk in and I'm sitting there with this damn flashlight on my damn?
Who walks in without knocking?
I get.
I mean,
Hey man,
my mom walked in on me my first
some-
time. She closed the
if
door
some-
and let me finish because she was happy I wasn't gay. But I was shocked that she told me.
if somebody walks in and see you with a flashlight, I'm pretty sure they're
Just
gonna
be
walk
like,
out.
mind your business and keep on doing what you need to
Close
do.
the door
Yeah.
and don't talk about it when I come to the dinner table, please.
Yeah, like,
I'm just saying, like, just mind your damn business, okay?
Yeah, because I was sitting there, I was like, my thing is, I probably wouldn't even want to talk about the package, because what if I come in with this big ass package? They're like, what's that? It's not a twerking booty if you asking.
I mean, they come in discreet packages with like something random written on it, and it don't even say flashlight on them.
It doesn't.
You can say it's a new microphone for streaming, or you can say it's a new thing, a new fight stick, or a new fight stick skin, or something crazy like that.
I'm just saying that's
But
how
I'm
I
like,
got my
what the-
vibrator.
Yeah,
It wasn't nothing. It was nothing. No.
okay. Okay, this
Yep, there it goes
conversation.
again.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was about to ask a question, but we gonna have to
You
keep it-
tried to speed past it earlier, but she was like throwing vibrator out there.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna end the conversation on this note by itself, and we're gonna cut the conversation, but we gotta keep it PG because it is YouTube. So, well, hold up, no, there's some people on
It's
YouTube
what?
that be. 'Cause I was about to say, there's people on YouTube that do reviews on sex toys. So,
I was finna say that's how I ended up with mine.
oh,
From a popular YouTuber, and he gave out like a code to use, and I'm like, okay, bet.
hold up.
Use that code. Guess what? I got my toy for about like what, $15.
Is this the same dude that got like some like hazel eyes or something? He brown or something? What is that? He did. Oh, what is that man's name?
he just
Trey Melvin. That's his name. Cause he used to do skits and stuff, and I was going.
Nah, I didn't get it from him.
Oh, but I
wonder
found.
if his code was me.
Yeah, he freaked me out because I remember he used to do skits and I used to watch him, and then he came out the closet and then he just kind of disappeared. I was going through my subscription list like maybe 3 months
Looks
ago.
like he been uploaded after
Yeah.
he came out the closet.
Yeah, and I watched the videos, but I kind of just fell off and never really saw him too much of him anymore. So 3 months ago, I was going through all my subscriptions, unsubscribing to people that don't do videos, and I saw him, and I was like, oh, this man still upload? And then it said
Yeah, man.
something about like he's doing a review, so I clicked the review, and I was like, this man is
It was sex
reviewing.
toys.
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, I just had fun with this one. I was like, I knew he came out the closet, but you know what?
You
Enjoy
weren't
your
ready.
life. I was not
you
ready.
weren't ready for that.
I wasn't. It was like, oh yeah, I had a blast with this one, and I was like, but that goes.
Some like on the, I'm like, I can't get into, but I'm like, they got a lot of decent stuff, and they got porn.
Hey,
They got real porn, high quality porn.
Not that free Pornhub stuff. They got the premium Pornhub stuff.
They give it to you in a welcome pack.
okay, and
We ain't
here's my
watched it yet.
other
It's just
question.
sitting inside of the thing.
All right, so during. Okay, how?
I'm not
how-
big on white girl porn.
Yeah. Nobody is. Come on, let's be honest now. I might have to bleep that part out. Let's be honest. All right, so to end this episode, this is our last topic I'm gonna pick because we're reaching the hour mark. If you're doing the nasty deeds and your partner is like, I want to use a toy, to help, for reason, do you mind? Personally, me, I say I wouldn't. If she wants to, get the zzz, while I'm, smacking, do what you, do what you do. Hey, that's up to you. But do y'all feel the same? Like,
I try everything at least once.
Shadow, anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try it like she says. Try everything at least once, and at the same time, the more things you stimulate at once, who knows, man, you may turn around and.
I was like, the only thing that I won't do is have an extra person up in my bed.
Okay, yeah, that's a conversation for a whole nother day, and I don't know how I feel about that conversation because personally, it's like every dude would be like, yeah, you gotta have the threesome with another girl, and I'm like, what if what if your woman dominating you and she say, oh yeah, here's Tom. What you gonna do then?
You thought it was gonna be another bitch.
Right, what you
It's another bitch.
right. I'm like, how you gonna get out of that one, partner?
He came in and said he was going to give it to you.
Oh no.
Wait. She came and said she was going to give it to you while you get. Whoa.
If she's giving
That doesn't look like a she. She identifies as a she, so she is a she.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Man.
Hit me with the shell at the last very fucking minute.
If
You
she,
asshole.
in perspective, come over here with
She over there. She over there like, I'm gonna get you, man.
right. First of all, if she come to me and her voice deeper than mine, considering that my voice is, I guess, naturally deep from what I've been hearing this week. I don't know why. it's
Testosterone,
always-
bruh.
I don't know. Look, man, I ain't did nothing in like 5 years, bro. I'm cool. It might be building up on my my persona right now. I got the booty withdrawal persona. That's my persona card. But all right, yeah, I said we was gonna end it here. So give y'all closing statement.
Call your moms. Make sure they doing good.
Respect.
I don't even know. Just be happy.
Fuck bitches get money.
That's usually my statement, like all the time. But ain't no bitches to fuck right now because everybody up in quarantine.
Get that COVID pussy.
Nah, your dick gonna fall off.
2020.
Hey man, COVID's a respiratory infection, man. They ain't say shit. They ain't say nothing about it being an STI.
You're right. So I want to thank everybody that participated in the Elite Forge Lounge episode 2, which will be uploaded whenever I get it uploaded this weekend, baby. So like, subscribe, comment on the channel, and we're just here giving you unfiltered, unscripted conversations about what we have on our mind. Come back for the next episode. Peace, and y'all have a good night.